Welcome, Scorpio, to your weekly love reading for July 16th to the 22nd of 2018. So, as we start out, I feel like many of you might be going through a mild separation. All right, maybe a breakup. It could be permanent for some of you. You might be dealing with something that's been permanent for some time, and that could affect your new love interest or relationship. And someone else that you're dealing with, they could be going through a breakup as well, and you intuitively know about that. So that's making you suffer a bit. So we'll see what others. Let's see. Hopefully, something more positive comes out. And when you have a breakup, it doesn't mean that it's a negative thing. It just means that that might need to happen in order for you to get to a better place energetically with somebody else. All right, so keep that in mind. As I'm shuffling, you do have the Ace of Cups is coming out. This is the sign of, I believe it was Taurus. Taurus had this come out along with Aries as well. For some of you could be dealing with those zodiac signs, and I feel this is where you're feeling something for somebody. This is new love that you could be exploring, that you could be open to being around somebody, thinking about them. This is an opportunity. It doesn't mean that you might grab it this week, that it's going to come towards you always, but this is something that you're feeling that you could embrace. So that's the overall energy. So let's see what or who is coming towards you for Scorpio. What or who is coming towards you? Energy or person coming towards Scorpio. That person is spying on you, maybe just watching you from afar, and you could be around them, and they might not really bring up how they might be feeling for you. They might not communicate. If they are communicating to you, they may be really asking a whole lot of questions, and that could cause a breakup between you. So maybe a lot of harsh words be coming through, very immature. They could also be dealing with their own children or previous love relationship in some way, so that could be part of what might be going on there. So Aquarius, Libra, Gemini as well, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer for some. Now let's see, what is your response for Scorpio? What is your response? So the energy of some of you, I see it two ways. Of yes, you might want commitment, you want that person to come around, but some of you are still in a marriage or a relationship that you have not ended. So this tells you that you might be a bit rebellious because you're dealing with somebody who's married as well, or you're just not really thinking about changes that needs to happen before you are to make that firm commitment. So we'll look into this a little bit more. All right, so let's see your advice for Scorpio. Advice. Money. All right, work on career. Could be new things coming through, a lot of different prospects when it comes to money and advances. So this does indicate a new beginning. There you have two aces. So emotionally, there's something new. Financially, there's something new. Somebody is offering you something, and whether or not you accept it, it just depends. Maybe two people are offering you something. You have two people, and someone, maybe you have children, and the other person as well, one or the other, and you might be thinking about whether or not it's a good time to do that. Some of you might be even thinking about adopting a child or children. Now, let's see the outcome for Scorpio for July 16th to the 22nd. So you do have Temperance here, and when I see this with these cards, I feel that your partner, the person that you really like to communicate or be with or be around, yeah, you would like to connect, but they might be a bit aloof. They might be kind of doing their own thing, and when Temperance is showing up, that tells you to try to be patient, try to be cool, and try to find the spiritual higher ground. All right, and let's see, clarify the Page of Swords for Scorpio. So that person. So something else is coming to me where, say for instance, if you and your romantic love interest might be wanting to move in together, or you're trying to acquire a new home, an apartment, whatever it might be, they could be searching and trying to find ways to do that. For others of you, it's because of this marriage, or the fact that either of you are, or both are in marriages or relationships. You can't really act on this connection right now, so they could be watching you from afar, yearning for something that they can't have right now because it's not there. So a few different things are going on. Let's clarify one more card, which is the Hierophant. And that's why I feel like the breakup or the separation is there, because Temperance is showing up, which is telling you that you can't really, you may not be able to connect with that particular person because other things are going on. So clarify the Hierophant for Scorpio. So you do have the Queen of Wands, and this is fire signs showing up. So Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, they coming out in a good way. Some of you could be married to that person, or you're wanting to get married to that person. It could be some kind of proposal that's coming through, but there are restrictions around the situation. So let's see, messages for Scorpio for July 16th to the 22nd. Religious factors. It says your love life is being affected by your religious upbringing or spiritual path, and I feel like this is part of the reason why they could be held back, or you as well, because of family, race, ethics, moral beliefs, restrictions of somebody staying away because you don't have the happy home, or a specific home, or the money that you might need with the connection. So different things. It's not always just religion, but when I see that card, it's just about how you go about your relationship or marriage and different beliefs. That's why the Hierophant came out. That's why I feel like a lot of you might stay true to what you believe and feel, or somebody else is having boundaries there between you. You have 2 5s showing up, so that does indicate some kind of conflict that might be there, and some of you might not want conflict to happen, so you stay away, and you kind of rely on some space and some timing for this newer energy to come through. So keep that in mind. All right, these do look good. So at a distance, as you are being patient this week, try to work on the success that could come through. This is something that you reach for, something that you work through and put out, whether whatever business you might own or work that you might do, you let people know that you do this, and then you receive the money from putting that energy out. So that's what that can indicate. So tons of love, lots of light too, tons of healing vibes. I wish you the best, and you can always go to the website psychicloveheals.com to schedule something for you. Have a good one.